What up, my fellow Ningen? This is Cyberman 312 coming at you live from the 31st universe with a commercial-free Dragon Ball Super review. Let's go ahead and check it out. So it starts off with Beerus on Trunks like, "What? Don't believe a god of destruction, eh?" Trunks is like, "Nah." Beerus is like, "Man, I'm telling you, boy, I know what I'm talking about." And Whis is like, "Oh, great, here he goes." Because Beerus is just throwing a fit, and Goku's like, "What?" Literally, Beerus throws a fit like, "What? I'm a god of destruction. You should all listen to me. None of you know anything. You're all Ningans. I'm a god. You should all..." And it's funny because Whis literally has to drag him away, and everybody's like, "Dude, this guy's tripping." But it's true, man. Nobody listens to Beerus, and there's Vegeta just telling Trunks, man, I'll go to the future with you. And Bulma's like, "Hey, don't forget this." And then, I don't know, it's like a bunch of stuff. And there's Whis holding Beerus back because he was throwing a little fit. And Trunks is like, "Dang, man, I hope everything's cool in the future." Goku's like, "Trunks, man, I'll go with you too." And Beerus and Whis are just looking on like, "Man, I hope the people know what they're doing." But in the end, they wish him luck. And they go, beat Black, beat Zamasu, beat everybody. And then they go on to have dinner. And Whis is like, oh, he tries this soup, and he's like, "Oh my god, Beerus-sama, try this soup." And it's a green soup, so yeah, green like Zamasu, and Beerus eats it, so yeah, Beerus is gonna eat Zamasu, confirmed. Just kidding. Yeah, Beerus is like, what soup?" He's like, "Oh, this looks pretty good." And then he tries it. He's like, "Worthy for a god of destruction." And he goes, "Oh my god, holy shit." And he's like, "Man, this stuff is bomb. Why didn't you tell me there was..." Literally, he just goes crazy. "Why is this so delicious? Why?" And it's so funny because, Trunks is just there, just eating, and Beerus is just going hysterical for some reason. And Trunks is like looking on, and Trunks is just looking at, man, this guy is off, dude. And Goku's like, "Hey, Trunks." And then they both look up, and it's funny because he goes, "Hey, future Trunks. I mean," goes, "Hey, man, we're gonna kick Black's ass, right?" And then Trunks is like, "Yeah, man, I hope so." Now Goku actually tells him like, "Hey, man, eat. What are you doing?" And Trunks, he just got his food there. He's just lost in thought. He's just like staring at his food. He's like, "What's going on?" And Bulma's also looking at him like, "Man, this guy's a little off right now." And Goku's like, "Yeah, man, go ahead and eat some." And Trunks does, and Vegeta's looking down. He's like, "Man, we need some sort of plan before we attack Black." And yeah, he's just thinking about a plan because, we cannot let him win, destroy the future. And he just breaks his fork, loses control, and the Pilaf King is like, "What? Oh my god!" And there's Trunks looking on like, "What the heck?" And he looks down at the fork, and is this Super Saiyan Silver confirmed? Maybe? I don't know. Just kidding. But there's Trunks looking on like, "Man, dude, everyone's so tense." And Goku's just looking on, and Beerus is telling everybody like, "Man, you're still gonna go to the future, and you don't listen to me, man. You don't believe what I'm telling you." And Trunks he just goes crazy. He's like, "Come on, guys, protect the future. Don't let my mother die in the future. Don't let anything happen. Don't let Zamasu take over." And future Trunks is just looking on, and he's just smiling. He's like, "Man, this guy's got a burning passion." And he's like, give me a minute with this little boy, let me educate him real quick." And Beerus is like, "I have already educated all of you." And Trunks is just ready to listen and learn. And there's future Trunks about to tell little Trunks what's up about the future. So basically, future Trunks is explaining to little Trunks that, it's okay. You have control of your future. Just like I have control of mine, I can go destroy Black or whatever. And he's telling him how he came back to basically save Vegeta's life and everybody's life. Even Trunks is an awesome character because even though his timeline was not affected by the events here, he still came back to this timeline to help him out. But we get a little flashback of Trunks taking out 17 and 18 when he goes back as Ultra Trunks, and he takes him out really easily, and he's just telling little Trunks that, I was able to save my future, and prevent anything worse from happening up till this point, and you could do the same. And Vegeta's looking on, and Goku's like, yeah, thanks, Trunks, appreciate you saving my life and all. And Trunks he just keeps explaining to little Trunks that, the future is in your hands now. It's like he's passing on the torch to him. And Pilaf is like, what? Do you mean there's other worlds and stuff? And Maya's doing the same. And this guy, too, I forgot his name, Shu. And they're all just tripping out on the concept there. And Trunks finally explains to everybody how it works. But Beerus is like, I'm a god of destruction. I'm a deity. I know what I'm talking about. And, just get out of here and go whatever, Trunks is like, all right, but, thanks anyway. And Beerus is just like, man, this Saiyan, like, he's a different type of arrogant, but still showing some respect for him and whatnot. And Trunks bows down to Lord Beerus, tells him thank you for everything. And Vegeta's like, all right, let's go. And he's like, yeah, let's go to the future already. And Vegeta, he just looks so anxious to get his rematch against Black. But there's Mai looking down, and she's just really sad how Trunks is going to go away, which is kind of weird. So Trunks is saying his final goodbyes to everybody. So my question is, who's gonna bring all them back to the past, right? If they're all going to the future right now, is he gonna give Bulma the time machine and be like, hey, I'm done with time travel. I don't want anything to do with it. I'll face my own problems head on or whatever by myself or whatever. But who knows? But Bulma gives him his old threads back, and he's in his old bandana and an old jacket, looking good as always. And there he is. But they all get squished into the little fiat of a time machine, I guess you could say. But there's Trunks, flying off, and there's Beerus and Whis, like, all right, there they go into the future. And Trunks is just looking around at his time, and he's just seeing, like, this is his time. He's got to protect it. He's got to preserve this future. These are his people that he has to protect. He's the new time cop, basically, I guess. Time peacekeeper, I guess you could say. And he just lets out a furious scream, like, defeat Black, save your future, and whatnot. And yeah, he's just serious and cool character. Goku's there, he's just really dizzy. They're time traveling, and Vegeta's like, oh man, I'm so claustrophobic. And Bulma's just enjoying the trip. He's just enjoying the visuals or whatnot. And Trunks is just trying to pilot this thing with, Bulma sitting on his shoulders. But he sees the future, and he's like, oh man, it's still a pretty bad future. And Bulma's like, oh, so this is the future. And Goku's still dizzy, and Trunks is like, man, it had no effect. And Black is like, they're finally here. Oh yeah. So Bulma's actually getting out her stuff to help people out, and there's the commander, the general, whoever he is, of the army, greeting Trunks, and everybody's happy that Trunks is here. They have hope now that Trunks is here. And Trunks actually chews up a senzu bean and gives it to Mai, like that. And Vegeta is like all surprised because Goku's like, Trunks, you put your mouth on her mouth. And Vegeta's like, don't you do that? Don't you kiss your wife? It's funny how Vegeta knows more about the culture than Goku does, who's the actual Earthling. But there's Yajirobe like, hey, Bulma, what up, Bulma? Bulma's like, Yajirobe, hello. But Yajirobe's like, what up, girl? But yeah, she's just happy to see him. Even though she has one in his timeline. But Mai wakes up, and she's healed from all her wounds and cleans off her face and everything. And everybody's happy and excited. And Mai wakes up, and she greets Bulma. She goes, oh, I should be saying nice to meet. Oh, Bulma goes, I should be saying nice to meet you, Mai, because she's meeting her. They're meeting for the first time. And they sense Black, and Trunks tells everybody stay in here. And Mai's all worried, but Bulma's like, reassuring her that it's all good, which I'm pretty sure it will be. So Vegeta and company fly off to meet up with Goku Black and Zamasu. And there's Goku like, yay, we're gonna fight. And Goku Black and Zamasu are just waiting for Goku and company. And Zamasu sees them and says, welcome, Saiyans, we've been expecting you. Goku Black looks on and says, "Thank you, Saiyans. For you, because of you, I was able to achieve a more powerful form." And Vegeta's like, "What? Let's see." And Goku and Trunks are looking on. Goku's like, "Wait, what about the plan?" And Vegeta is like, "Get rid of Black. That is the plan." And Goku actually agrees with him. He goes, "Hey, that's a pretty good plan. Get rid of Black first." And Vegeta and Black go at it. Just real quick, they just exchange a few blows, and it looks like they're actually evenly matched. But who really knows? Nobody was fighting at their full power, so we never get to find out what happens. And Trunks looks on like, oh man, like Black is still powerful, whatever. And we get into the fight, and Vegeta, he's just looking very cautious this time, as he throws a fist at Black, and Black is actually able to deflect it, and he's looking maybe a little concerned. Maybe he realizes Vegeta's strong, and he does this weird energy shield barrier push away thing, and it really gives him separation. And Goku and Trunks are looking on, and what that does, it actually looks like it kind of destroys. It sends like a wave or whatever, and Zamasu looks on like, oh man, these guys might be more trouble than they're worth. And Goku's just dogging Zamasu like crazy. He just wants to fight him. And Goku Black is just looking at Vegeta like, "Vegeta, you want to defeat me, don't you? You want to end me, huh? You want to end me because last time you just looked so pathetic in your pathetic attempt to try to do that." And Vegeta's like, "I do, but this fight is truly future Trunks' fight." And Goku Black is like, "That's just something pathetic that only a Saiyan would say." And he just starts talking all this crap to Goku and Vegeta and everybody. And Zamasu is just looking on and at everybody and just there. And Goku's like, "Hey, we know what you did with the Super Dragon Balls." And Zamasu's like, "Oh, really? That's interesting. We know how you made a copy," he says. And Black is just like, "A copy?" He just has his face like, "You idiot. You don't know anything. A copy? How dare you call me a copy?" And Goku and Trunks are like, "What is he talking about?" And Vegeta's like, "What did he say?" Because he says he's not a copy of Goku. He claims to be the real Goku. And Trunks is like, "What? Now what?" And Goku, he puts his hand over his heart or whatever, and he says, "This body belongs to the real Goku." And Goku is just looking on like, what? Like, what is he talking about? And Black is explaining, You think you know what I did? Fool! You know nothing about what's going on. The wish that I made, the only wish that I made was to have the Super Dragon exchange bodies with me and Goku. I am really Zamasu," he says. And everybody's looking on in shock like, "What? How can this be?" Vegeta's like, "What? Impossible!" And Zamasu is just laughing like, these fools are so dumbfounded by the truth. And Bulma and Mai are also looking on, and they heard everything. They're like, "What? Really?" And Goku's like, "No! How is this possible? Wait a minute. What did you do to the original me when you switched bodies?" And Black is just got this sinister, evil, just crazy grin. Just so proud of himself, like, "What did I do with you? Well, I killed you, of course." Goku's like, "What?" "Yes, I killed you. Guess how I did it? I did it with my bare hands." And he just starts laughing. And it's just crazy. So he basically did what Captain Ginyu failed to do. And with that said, the time ring just starts glowing a weird purple. Yeah, it looks really weird.